Really? Best Buy? Really? Okay, well, garish boxing aside, at least it looks like it kind of did the job because I'm failing to see any dents right now, but I guess as we dive a little bit deeper, that will be yet to be seen. But, as you guys can see, we have the official Steelbook for the 4K release of the Batman as we continue with the 4K release week. And this one's got a little bit of some shoes to fill considering how surprised I was with the Walmart exclusive gift set that they decided to come out with to commemorate the Batman's 4K release. So let's see how Best Buy fares off with their exclusive Steelbook. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of Steelbooks, and there was going to be no misgivings as far as me tracking down the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. And trust me, as soon as the Batman came out in theaters, almost for like 2 weeks consecutively, I was checking out the website and I was going in there going like, okay, where is it? Where's the pre-order? And I pre-ordered the day it went live. I was like, God damn it. Oh. That was a close one, but sure enough, it sold out within hours. So I was thankfully able to keep myself up at night and track this bad boy down. And here it is finally a couple months later. Before we take a look inside, here's the front. Not much to really go off of beyond what we can see later on upon removing the cellophane. You can see the Batman logo there at the top. And then on the back, we have that traditional back artwork that we kind of got a sense of with that Walmart gift set. Except this time it's a little bit less flamboyant because you primarily just have a couple of pictures here of the movie, a quote, a breakdown of the special features, the specs, the usual menagerie that you find on back artwork such as this, without that very cool looking composition from that gift set with the bat symbol. So that was a bit of a bummer that we don't have that here, but of course you're going to have a lot less real estate to work with, so they have to compromise. Beyond that, there's not much more that we can really discuss without finally removing the cellophane, so let's go ahead and do so. We got our trusty little action knife here, a little exact knife, so let's go ahead and make a quick incision. The way I like to traditionally do it here is in this little groove where you pretty much sink your fingers into to cut it open and open up the Steelbook itself, because I feel like there's a bit more slack and wiggle room there to lessen the chance of scratching the Steelbook itself because of the knife. I just want to make sure that there's more room for me to penetrate the cellophane without actually scratching or damaging the Steelbook itself. I don't know why, but that's just the way that I like to do things. And then the incision then allows me to just kind of remove it hot dog style, if it allows me to here, making a slight little tear. Then I could just pull it down. Easy. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it. I've said it already too many times. But just giving it a quick tug will then remove the cellophane, and along with it, we are also gonna remove the cardboard insert here that pretty much holds our back artwork like I was mentioning before. So there it is once more, so you guys can take a brief look. And there we have the Batman 4K Steelbook, utilizing the matte finish that I like and prefer over the glossy finish, so that's pretty cool. You can see that kind of reflecting mutely there amongst the light. But here's the initial artwork that you guys may have already seen in some promo pics, but seeing it here in person is even more badass. Sadly, I do see a slight little dent there in the corner, so it looks like there's really no avoiding it, you know, unless you are able to pick this up in store, which I doubt, because when it comes to some of these more sought-after steelbooks, specifically for a tentpole film like Batman, there's no way to do store pickup. That's just the way that Best Buy operates. If it's something that is going to be sought after and very popular, they're only going to do shipping because they want to be able to meet that demand, and they're not going to be able to meet those standards via shipping and store pickup. They're not going to be able to do both. Because of the stock and because they probably want to cheap out on the manufacturing of the steelbooks themselves with partnership with the Steelbook company, they're probably just limiting stock to just being available via free shipping, not store pickup. Store pickup, yes, you guarantee that it's going to be, there's a lesser chance of it being dented, but that's just not going to happen with, like I said, really popular steelbooks such as this. And I can already see a couple of dents here on the top left corner and amongst the side there. Like, they're very minute, and I almost missed them if it wasn't for the removal of the insert. The insert was doing a good job of covering them up, but they are there nonetheless. There's just no escaping it at this point. You might as well take it. But frankly, what's able to overpower the negativeness of those dents is this really cool artwork that looks a lot better in person. We've seen promo pics of it before, but of course, keeping in line with the theme of the rain and the red and the black, it's just chef's kiss. And I just love the compositing of this artwork with Batman's cowl and his head merging with the Riddler symbol, and it just looks beautiful. Look at this. Like, I would legitimately want to own a poster of this caliber. You're then also going to have the Batman logo here on the bottom right corner, keeping a low profile. It's all it really needs to do. And said logo is also going to be here on the side. I do like that they moved the off to the side, kind of like the main logo or a title appears at the beginning of the movie. Other than that, though, your traditional plain black spine. When you come over here to the back, I saw a little bit of this. We get the bat symbol with the Riddler logo there at the front with the logo question mark, having that kind of cryptic look, as well as its own little cipher. Now, I am curious to see what that cipher actually means here on the back of the Steelbook. I'm probably going to have to do my own little research to decrypt it, if you will. Part of me kind of wants to just jump the gun and look it up, and another part of me is like, let me pull my own Batman detective work and figure out exactly what that says. And if not that, then chances are somebody in the comment section is probably typing it as I speak. So I'll probably have my work cut out for me. Now, one little other detail that I am noticing here is that for the first time in a long while, we actually have the credits of the film imprinted here on the bottom of the Steelbook itself. So the matte finish is still keeping going here on the back of the Steelbook itself, but it's cool to see that they decided to use a reflective patterning or color for the credits there down at the bottom. It's been a good minute since I've seen some good old-fashioned credits being put on the back, or at least on the inside of the Steelbook, which we're also going to take a look at right now. And as I open the Steelbook and reveal a not used code, wink wink nudge nudge, whoever gets to this video first, there it is, happy trails, because I already got a different code from the Walmart gift set, so I'm good. I'm personally good. You then get the discs for the 4K release of the film. Now, this time around, the Batman gets a specialized 3-disc edition on 4K, because the movie is just that long that it takes up a whole disc even on Blu-ray. So 4K, you're probably going to have a little bit of space left on the disc itself because of the bigger sizing that's able to be put on the disc itself. But with Blu-ray, the movie's just that long that they weren't able to put in the special features along with it. So they decided to throw in a 3rd disc with the Riddler motif on the artwork itself that houses all of your special features. So I thought that was a nice little interesting detail, and also kind of a throwback to many collectors who were trying to hunt down specific extended editions for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where not only is the movie so big that by itself, the theatrical cut, but you also have the extended editions that still require 2 discs even on 4K. And as you remove said discs, you also reveal the inside artwork, which is pretty much a little graphic here that reads, "To the Batman," kind of harkening back to those riddles left behind by the Riddler during his crime scenes. Except this time, I will kind of bring in my personal preference here and wish that I would have been kind of keen to those riddle envelopes and kind of made it look like an envelope here on the inside, kind of opening up. Instead, it's just that traditional kind of rain background with a little bit of like slashing and wear and tear, kind of similar to the paper and the things that are kind of being torn apart. So it's a bit more on the stylistic side of things, and with the letterings reading "To the Batman" in that traditional Riddler kind of a writing, especially with the very terrible looking A's. I always, I take my penmanship really seriously, so whenever I would read Riddler's handwriting and I would see that A, it would always bug me because it doesn't look like an A, it looks like an O, so it looks like it reads Boltmon. But other than that, there you have the Best Buy exclusive, the Batman Steelbook. And here's my overall verdict as far as the 2 special editions that I now pretty much have to commemorate the Batman. One from Best Buy and then the other one from Walmart. I would say that yes, the Best Buy one definitely sticks to what traditionally works as far as their collectible steelbooks. Yes, it still comes with the caveat of having people working for Best Buy that don't necessarily treat Steelbooks with the utmost care, that makes me wish that Best Buy would at least enact some kind of policy that would make Steelbooks store pickup only instead of being shipped directly to the house, because then that means that people are just going to throw them into the boxes, and then we cannot, of course, account for the actual delivery drivers, whether they be for USPS, UPS, etc., FedEx, that will then just throw the boxes, not knowing what's exactly inside of them. Things that us collectors take very seriously. So I wish that there was a policy in hand to keep it store pickup only. That way we mitigate the risk of the Steelbooks themselves being damaged. That aside, I will have to give Walmart credit for being a bit more creative with their exclusive this time around. So they have Best Buy beat amongst the creative side of things when it comes to the creativity behind the aluminum plating of that chest, kind of lithograph, as well as the easel that holds it up for display, as well as the box inside that has the commemorative artwork within it that feels pretty collectible, feels pretty prestigious, if you will. Yeah, I'm still, however, a sucker for Steelbooks, and Best Buy was able to garner a set of artwork here that really, really works, especially with the matte finish and the very beautiful aesthetic of the Batman head sculpt here, kind of merging with the Riddler symbol that just really, really works for what it is, for what the Steelbook really is. And because of that, frankly, I feel like I ultimately won owning both. I don't regret one over the other, and I feel like whereas Walmart was able to excel on creativity, Best Buy still is able to hone it in on style. And at the end, I feel like I can't really pick one over the other. As a Batman fan, I'm happy owning both. Thank you guys for watching. If you did in fact miss my unboxing of the Walmart exclusive 4K gift set of the Batman, check it out, showing up on screen right now. And as always, stay humble. I'll see you on the next video.